Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. Tyreek Hill has always been known for his explosive performances on the field, but recently, it's his off-the-field opinions that are drawing attention. Hill, who was once the loudest supporter of Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, seems to be growing increasingly distant from his former QB. This shift was made glaringly obvious when Hill revealed his list of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, a list that, for the first time, did not include Tua. The surprise came as fans and analysts alike had become accustomed to Hill's vocal praise of Tagovailoa. The wide receiver's omission of Tua from his latest list raises eyebrows and stirs questions about the dynamics in Miami's locker room. When Tyreek Hill was traded to the Dolphins 3 years ago, he couldn't contain his excitement about playing alongside Tua Tagovailoa. The two quickly built a strong on-field connection, with Hill often speaking highly of his quarterback's abilities. Tagovailoa, at that time, was seen as a promising leader for the Dolphins, and Hill reinforced that belief every chance he got. This enthusiasm continued into the following offseason, when Hill included Tua in his personal list of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. The duo appeared to be on the same page, both on and off the field, and Dolphins fans were hopeful for a bright future with this pairing. However, less than a year later, things appear to have changed dramatically. Hill was recently asked by fans to name his top 5 quarterbacks, and the list he provided was quite different from the one he gave in the past. In this new list, Hill named Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and Joe Burrow, but there was no mention of Tua Tagovailoa. The absence of Tagovailoa, once Hill's close ally, is striking. It suggests that Hill may have lost faith in his quarterback or that something deeper is at play within the Dolphins organization. This omission is a stark contrast to Hill's past comments, and it's raising serious questions about his relationship with Tua. Baker Mayfield's inclusion in Hill's new list is perhaps the biggest surprise. Hill had already shocked fans by including Mayfield in his top 5 last offseason, and it seems his confidence in the quarterback has only grown. Mayfield's career has been up and down, but Hill clearly sees something in him that warrants a spot among the NFL's elite quarterbacks. It's an intriguing choice, especially considering the other quarterbacks Hill placed on this list, such as Mahomes, Jackson, and Burrow, who are widely regarded as some of the best in the league. Mayfield's presence among these names speaks volumes about Hill's evolving perspective on the QB landscape. Looking back to last year, Hill's previous list also included Dak Prescott, another quarterback who was not included in this year's ranking. The omission of Prescott, along with Tagovailoa, shows that Hill's preferences are shifting. While Allen and Burrow were seen as snubs last time, they have now replaced Prescott and Tua in Hill's top 5 for 2025. This change reflects Hill's evolving assessment of the league's quarterbacks, but it also hints at deeper issues within the Dolphins organization. Could this shift be a sign of dissatisfaction with the direction the team is headed under Tua's leadership? Of course, there are those who argue that lists like these, especially when athletes are asked on the spot, don't carry much weight. After all, they are subjective and often influenced by the moment. However, for Dolphins fans, the implications are more significant. Tyreek Hill was once Tua's biggest supporter, and now he seems to have distanced himself from that relationship. This change in Hill's rankings could be seen as a subtle, yet telling reflection of his current feelings toward the quarterback. It's difficult to ignore the possibility that Hill's discontent with the team could be rooted in his lack of trust in Tua. Adding fuel to the fire are Hill's own comments following the 2024 season, where he openly expressed frustration and even suggested he might want out of Miami. His words sent shockwaves through the fan base, especially given how publicly he had supported Tua in the past. Although Hill later apologized and said he wanted to stay with the Dolphins, his cryptic social media posts in recent weeks have once again raised speculation about his future with the team. These mixed signals have left fans wondering if Hill's commitment to Miami is truly as strong as it once seemed. The Dolphins themselves have not indicated any intention to trade Hill, but his ongoing public musings about his future continue to stir up uncertainty. The 31-year-old wide receiver is undoubtedly one of the most dynamic players in the NFL, and his presence on the team is vital for Miami's success. But with Hill's continued ambiguity about his long-term future in Miami, it's impossible to ignore the growing sense of unease surrounding the franchise. Hill's status could become a pivotal factor in the Dolphins' future plans, especially if he continues to express dissatisfaction. This evolving situation with Hill is especially concerning for the Dolphins fans who had hoped for a strong partnership between him and Tua. When Hill was first traded to Miami, he and Tua were seen as the perfect pairing. Their chemistry was expected to be one of the team's greatest assets, with Hill's speed and playmaking ability complementing Tua's precision. But as the seasons have gone on, the connection between the two seems to be fraying. Hill's omission of Tua from his top quarterbacks list is just the latest sign that their relationship may not be as solid as it once appeared. For the Dolphins, this situation could have major implications moving forward. With Hill's future uncertain and his lack of faith in Tua now out in the open, the team may need to make some tough decisions. Tua has shown flashes of brilliance, but he has also faced criticism for his inconsistency and injuries. If Hill's feelings are a reflection of broader concerns within the locker room, Miami may need to reevaluate their quarterback situation before it's too late. For now, all eyes are on Hill and Tua as the Dolphins' future continues to hang in the balance. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Trevor Lawrence, the highly anticipated quarterback from the University of Clemson, has officially arrived at the Miami Dolphins headquarters to sign his contract. The arrival of Lawrence marks the beginning of a new era for the Dolphins, who are looking to revitalize their roster and turn the franchise around after several seasons of rebuilding. The atmosphere around the Dolphins facility has been buzzing with excitement, and Lawrence's arrival only adds to the anticipation of what's to come. Fans, analysts, and even players are eagerly awaiting the announcement, as this marks one of the most significant moves in the team's history. The Dolphins, having made key changes in recent years, see Lawrence as the missing piece to lead them to a future filled with promise and success. With his impressive skills and leadership qualities, Lawrence has the potential to be a game-changer for the franchise, elevating them in both offense and overall team dynamics. As the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft, Trevor Lawrence's signing with the Dolphins brings immediate attention to the team. Miami's front office is looking to build a squad capable of competing in the tough AFC East, where teams like the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots have dominated for years. Lawrence's arrival is seen as a direct response to the Dolphins' need for a top-tier quarterback, something that has been lacking for quite some time. The former Clemson star comes with a decorated college career, including a national championship and an undefeated season. His ability to read defenses, his powerful arm, and his composure in high-pressure situations make him an ideal fit for the Dolphins' offense. Fans are already envisioning the type of chemistry he could develop with Miami's young and talented wide receiver core, which has the potential to thrive under his leadership. The signing of Trevor Lawrence is not just a major milestone for the Dolphins, but also for Lawrence himself. After years of being the golden boy of college football, the pressure is now on him to deliver at the professional level. However, Lawrence seems ready to embrace the challenge. His calm demeanor and focus during interviews show a player who understands the magnitude of his move, but is determined not to let the weight of expectations distract him. He has already shown maturity well beyond his years, handling the media circus surrounding his draft status with grace. Now, it's time for Lawrence to prove himself in the NFL, where the competition is fierce and the stakes are higher than ever before. Despite the challenges, Lawrence is confident that he can live up to the hype and lead the Dolphins back to glory. The Dolphins' decision to draft Lawrence was a bold one, but it's a decision that many believe will pay off in the long run. The franchise has invested heavily in its future, surrounding Lawrence with key pieces on both offense and defense. The front office's faith in the young quarterback is evident in the moves they've made to bolster the team's roster. Whether it's adding new offensive linemen to protect Lawrence or acquiring talented skill players to complement his game, the Dolphins are committed to giving him all the tools he needs to succeed. This approach contrasts with the team's previous efforts, where the quarterback position was a constant revolving door. Now, with Lawrence at the helm, Miami can finally look forward to building stability and consistency at the most important position on the field. Lawrence's signing also carries significant implications for the Dolphins' future beyond just his rookie season. The arrival of a quarterback of his caliber raises the team's ceiling considerably. It's not just about winning games in the immediate future, but about laying the foundation for long-term success. Lawrence's potential to develop into one of the league's top quarterbacks could make the Dolphins a perennial playoff contender for years to come. This stability at the quarterback position could lead to a trickle-down effect, where the entire team begins to play more confidently, knowing they have a franchise leader to rally around. The Dolphins are counting on Lawrence to not only elevate the play of his teammates, but to also set a new standard for the franchise as a whole. As the offseason progresses, all eyes will be on Lawrence as he settles into his new role as the face of the Dolphins. The expectations for him are sky-high, but Lawrence has shown that he thrives under pressure. His journey to the NFL has been a remarkable one, and now the real challenge begins. Throughout his college career, he was often praised for his leadership, ability to perform in clutch situations, and his work ethic. These traits have only increased the hype surrounding his transition to the professional level. While many rookie quarterbacks face challenges in adjusting to the speed and complexity of the NFL, Lawrence's poise and football IQ have made him a standout talent. It's clear that he's ready for the big stage, and Miami is hoping that he can bring that championship mentality to their team. The Dolphins coaching staff is also excited about the possibilities that Lawrence brings to the table. Miami's head coach, who has made it his mission to transform the team into a contender, is eager to work with Lawrence and develop his potential. It's no secret that great quarterbacks thrive in systems where they are supported by strong coaching and a clear vision. With the Dolphins coaching staff already boasting a reputation for developing talent, Lawrence is in good hands. The collaboration between the coaching staff and Lawrence will be key to maximizing his skills and ensuring a smooth transition to the professional level. Together, they'll look to fine-tune his mechanics, work on his decision-making, and get him fully prepared for the rigors of an NFL season. Fans are already buzzing about the prospect of seeing Lawrence in action for the Dolphins. The team's social media accounts have been flooded with excitement, with supporters eager to see their new quarterback lead the charge. In many ways, Lawrence represents a fresh start for the franchise. While Miami has had some strong individual players in recent years, the team has lacked the consistency and leadership necessary to sustain long-term success. Lawrence's arrival is seen as the catalyst for a brighter future. It's the type of move that could not only reshape the team's fortunes, but also reinvigorate the fan base, who have been waiting for a return to playoff contention for over a decade. In the coming weeks, Lawrence will likely start to get to work on building chemistry with his new teammates. The process of developing rapport with wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends will be crucial to ensuring that the offense clicks when the regular season begins. Miami has a number of promising playmakers, but it will take time for them to mesh with the new quarterback. During training camp, fans will get their first glimpse of how Lawrence looks in the Dolphins system. Whether he's connecting with new targets or working with the offensive line to perfect his pocket awareness, all eyes will be on how quickly he adapts. The faster Lawrence can find a rhythm with his teammates, the more dangerous the Dolphins' offense will be. In conclusion, Trevor Lawrence's arrival at the Dolphins is a defining moment for both the player and the franchise. The pressure is on, but Lawrence has shown throughout his career that he's capable of handling high expectations. As he officially signs his contract and begins his journey with Miami, the stakes have never been higher. The Dolphins are hoping that Lawrence will not only turn their offense around, but also lead them back to relevance in the NFL. With a bright future ahead, the only question that remains is just how far Lawrence can take this team. The excitement surrounding his arrival is palpable, and it's safe to say that all of Miami is ready for the Trevor Lawrence era to begin. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.